BeReal.tv.
All right, we're fucking back here on another fucking Thursday here.
This is just fucking. They do this every fucking time.
What happened?
There's 3 holes here for the fucking microphones, and they only utilize.
Get tangled up and
They
shit.
use one.
Yes.
I know, but if you're just barely tuning in and you haven't figured it out,
Sorry.
it is the fucking late show we have here, or the one that we have after dark here, and it's fucking called We Don't Smoke the Same Show. And I'm E-Zone, Shikadelic, and Toppy in the middle.
What's up, Toppy?
What's up, Sheik?
We got 2 guests today. What is it? But before we go ahead and keep on going any further, our show is brought to you by our wonderful fucking sponsors. We actually got a couple, man. We got fucking Bizwoods, BZZT _ Collective. That is, they make anything from pre-roll backwoods, which I'm about to smoke right now.
I'm gonna smoke some good shit tonight.
Yep.
Sheik is happy as fuck.
Yep, we are happy as fuck. I'm happy too, because, you know, I mean, it's last week, Tommy had a baby.
He did 3PB.
Yep.
3PB.
What is it, 3PB?
Yeah.
3PB.
That's his baby's name?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, shout out to 3PB. What is it, the little baby that, you know, Bizwoods Jr. And fucking Tommy came back with a vengeance, and he fucking gave us some, what is it, Bzzt Collective's finest right here. So we're going to smoke some of this. It's also brought to you by fucking Tropicali Grown CBD. Also
CBD.
brought to you by Pixy Stix.
Shout out Pixy Stix.
Yep, they
Stix
gave
is
us
dope.
gear and fucking, you know, and
Hell
fucking
yeah.
pre-rolls and fucking weed.
I smoked one at my grandma's funeral. I didn't have
Hell
to roll one. I was
Damn,
like, yo,
hell
let's
yeah.
go for a walk, y'all. And we all went out and we smoked a Pixie stick.
That's what I'm talking about. That's
That's
the
it.
only way to do it. It's the only way to celebrate life and shit.
Right?
Yep, put one in the air. And then it's also fucking brought to you by Lucky Carts. So shout out to all those sponsors making this show possible. And BeReal TV, you know, giving us the platform. But let's get into some shit, you know what I mean? I need a lighter, number 1. Where the fuck? I have them right here.
Sheik got lighter.
There's a couple things that have been going around in the news, man, that we're going to be talking about, man.
Oh, fuck.
Before we get into the fucking story right here. You can't, that torch doesn't work, man.
Dude, I know you
All
gotta
right, so-
turn that shit back, fam.
What have you been up to this week, Sheik?
Oh, you know, dealing with some family shit, obviously. But other than that, I've been here. We've been rocking. With you, and Nels have been rocking out some shows, man. Some pretty good ones.
Yep, we've been doing the Dr. Green Thumb show.
Some pretty good chemistry between us 3.
I feel like we have to come back. Like we're missing some of the things that we used to have here, like a fucking bar and shit.
Yeah, bar was pretty cool.
Yeah, we used to have a bar here. We're gonna bring it back here on the show.
Shout out
We
to
don't smoke the
Uplift
same
Bar
show.
Tending.
Yeah. Also, another thing, man, I was gonna say, there's a couple things trending in the news, man, that I wanted to talk about. Now, I saw this shit today that made me really be like, it was kind of fucking creepy, man. I
I
talked
know what
about
you're
it
talking about.
on the Dr. Green Thumb show. And I know Sammy was the one that brought the attention to me in this shit, but this is the shit that, like, it's kind of cringing, bro. And I can't believe that there's some sick fuck that's doing this shit, man.
Yeah, that's sick as hell.
You gotta speak up.
Yeah, that shit's sick as fuck, though, dog. Like, that shit's hella sick.
And
Like,
in case you haven't fucking figured it out, man, we're talking about, what is it? What's it called?
the Momo challenge.
Yeah, the fucking Momo challenge, dog.
Hey, C Roc tried it.
I mean, listen, so look, all right, on the fucking screen,
It says
that's
it's
the fucking doll right here.
It's saying
like
it's
that
a
doll,
viral.
like-
Tell Ross, dude, please tell him.
It's saying it's a hoax, E-Zone. It's not real. It's not real, E-Zone.
It's real, bro.
It's not real,
What do
E-Zone.
you
Look
mean
it up.
it's not real,
I
bro?
want
Dude.
people to show me an actual video of this fucking thing popping
Dude,
up.
look it up. Look
if you
it
look
up.
up the hashtag on fucking
No,
on
look it up
Instagram,
on- look it
there's
up.
fucking videos of their kids watching these fucking videos, and the little fucking doll comes out, bro.
Look it up like fucking...
Show me proof and I'll shut the fuck up.
No, there is proof. There's
There
people
is
actually
proof.
calling, like, you know, like Momo and shit like that on WhatsApp. Put Momo calling on WhatsApp, and people start showing, like, their videos on it. And it'll show them, like, pretty much, like, posting up, like, hey, you know, like, go do this, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that, when your parents are
But,
sleeping.
I mean, realistically, do you think something like that can be effective? Like, do you think that something like that, you can really get a kid to do all this shit? Because to me, like, if I put myself in the position of like a child and I'm trying to watch fucking, what did I watch when I was like at Sesame Street or some shit on fucking YouTube, and in the middle of the Sesame Street episode, this fucking doll comes out and it's telling me to stab my parents at night. What the fuck am I gonna think? And the doll's telling you, hey, I'm watching you.
How about this? Raj, call that number that pops up for Momo.
What
There's a number that pops out,
Yeah, you got to call it on WhatsApp. You can FaceTime it, too.
and you talk to the doll?
Hey, you talk to the doll.
Like the doll talks to you
Yeah, but it'll
back?
talk to you in Spanish. And it has, like, kind of like some, like, muffled sound over it and shit like that. and it's pretty much saying in Spanish to like hurt like fucking yourself and shit like that, and your parents and like people around you.
That's fucking.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Subliminal messaging. I'm sure it's real and all. I mean,
There's more than
But-
one number though, because it's like pretty much like a group of people that are doing it. It's Mexico because it's a Mexican, like pretty much the Mexico number.
it's Mexico.
Yeah, it's from Mexico.
Fuck.
Yeah, they're all
dog.
the whole
Making us look bad.
the
dog.
whole
What the
conversation
fuck?
is just fucking Mexican and shit like that. Like
What a
they're straight
fucking time.
like this straight like telling them
So-
like pretty much.
I'm sure fucking Trump is gonna love this shit, right? He's
Oh,
gonna be
pretty
like-
much, yeah, dude.
He's gonna look at this shit.
But
Oh,
that's-
let's build a fucking wall.
That's my theory. Is like, what if this is Trump making fucking us look bad?
It is, bro. They fucking created this shit.
Yeah, cause look at that shit, bro. This is fucking creepy, bro. This is like if you saw this shit come up while you're watching fucking your kids watching TV and that shit is talking to you like, hey, what's up, you know?
Try to look up a YouTube video on it. Look up a YouTube video on it.
Kind of
Yeah.
sexy. I think she's cute.
I mean, if your fucking kid actually, if this actually pops up
But
on your
what's
kid's
crazy?
thing,
What's crazy is like
and your kid
what
actually
they're
does
getting
it,
is that this face right here is pretty much like a face in a museum out here in LA.
let's just say this:
That's pretty much from an anime and shit like that.
if your kids actually listen to this little thing right here, you probably raise some stupid fucking kids.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, but what if? Just think about it, bro. Like, what if like you're sitting there and the shit like pops up like I'm watching you? And
Yeah,
shit?
like they pretty much like trick their like kids like saying, "Hey, I'm watching you, blah blah this, blah blah that." You know, like if you tell your parents, "I'm gonna make sure you die."
That's a fucking trip, man. I mean, I don't know, man. Let's go over our thoughts. What do you think about it, Shiki?
Niggas die every day, b.
Wow, you're fucking cold, dog.
Nah, I don't know if this shit's actually real, bro. If this shit's actually real, I mean, fuck the sick piece of shit behind all of it. Fucking eat a bowl of dicks and die. But if
This
it's
is like
not
a Trump
real,
thing.
if it's actually just another one of these Facebook fucking little hoaxes that fucking goes around with gullible people that are fucking scared shitless of everything, then I mean, whatever.
I mean,
I've already seen it. It's already making its works on Facebook with plenty of my friends.
you've seen a lot of people being concerned, a lot of parents and shit.
Yeah. How about next time wear a condom and you won't have to be concerned about shit?
Hey, man. I mean, I don't really know about like. I do see how like some kids are so kind of sheltered in a sense where it's like they're like they're not really like allowed to get a taste of the real world and they see some shit so they kind of will. be able
Those
to
kids
listen.
end up fucked in the head later in life.
Yeah, they do, bro.
I have cousins like that.
And that's because they're stuck on an iPad and shit like that today. What kid do you see today fucking play with mud now, dog?
Nobody.
None.
My
mean-
kid's gonna get fucking. He's gonna be playing outside. Fuck that. He's gonna learn
Like
how to
what
ride
kid
a
do you
bike.
actually see on the street nowadays, bro? Besides like the hoodlums that don't like like can't afford that stuff.
It's not up to shit. I mean.
The only gaming my
But
kid.
you gotta understand too. There is that shift change. You know this shit was gonna happen, bro. When you saw Back to the Future, you honestly can't say that you didn't think any of these fucking things were gonna come true. I mean, yeah, the fucking jetpack and the skateboard is not here yet, but like everything else about there seems to have fucking come true. So you're gonna see like evolve. You're gonna see an evolution.
Yeah, Biff is
Yeah.
president.
Biff is president.
Yeah. Biff Tannen.
Biff Tannen.
Yeah, man. But it's I don't know, man. I see in a sense where it's like it was gonna change anyways, but. Yeah, man. People are definitely too easily influenced with like
Come on,
you
bro.
gotta get your kids off the screen, fucking put them in a team or some shit.
Yeah, if you don't want to fucking actually deal with your kids, don't have any. You actually got to be there for your kids and actually show them what the fuck is right from wrong, and just let them have a fucking normal childhood for once.
I
God
don't
damn
know
it!
sometimes like fuck.
Why do you gotta fucking hand them a tablet?
Hey,
At
what
fucking
what,
age 1, they already have a tablet.
what is a normal childhood these days?
I don't know. They're not go play outside, man.
Yeah,
go
like, go
get
play
dirty.
outside,
Go
go-
break some
yeah.
fucking windows.
That's not fucking normal these days. Normal these days is play with the fucking iPad. Everybody log
That's
on.
bullshit.
Everybody
That's
fucking
bullshit.
play
That's
the new
like fucking like
PUBG or whatever the fuck it is that Aaron plays. You know,
What,
Yeah, that's
that
not
Fortnite
cool, though.
Shit?
that's just what they do.
See, you
I'm
gotta-
not buying my kid a fucking Xbox or a PlayStation.
You're gonna be
They
an
gotta buy
asshole.
that
You're
shit
gonna be an
themselves.
asshole
Kid hate
dad
you,
though.
bro.
You're gonna like be
Nah,
the
fuck
worst
that,
fucking
bro.
dad ever. Like your kid's gonna hate you. Be like everybody has this fucking video game on their phone.
Nah, he's gonna be
You're not gonna give it to him.
the furthest he's gonna play Super Nintendo.
But you're gonna make him play baseball and shit.
You
Nobody
gonna
wants
make
to
him
play
move
that.
backwards and shit.
What?
Yeah, Super Nintendo's a shit.
The fuck? What do you mean move backwards?
Yeah, man.
Hey.
How are you gonna like expect them to fucking play like some old school shit when like there's a bunch of this new cool shit?
But what do you think is gonna be the next new thing? It's like holy shit, here's the new thing that all the fucking the kids like 10 years from now are gonna be playing with.
Fentanyl.
Fentanyl.
Fentanyl,
You should just
bro.
get your kids some fentanyl. There you go.
Bro, like that shit is crazy though. Like, who in the right fucking mind will fucking tell some kids this shit though?
It's obviously some kind of sick fuck. I mean, the same kind of people that are
Well,
probably.
like you
kids.
said, bro, it's coming from Mexico. I'm just saying.
There are
I ain't trying to stir the
Hey,
pot.
Larry Hoover said he lets his son watch B-roll TV. Is that responsible?
Larry Hoover?
Is that a responsible
Yeah,
parent?
I don't think Jeffro's like yo. We
That's.
say some
I
pretty-
mean, that's. I was watching some pretty wild shit at a young age, bro. And look at me, I'm kick ass.
Yeah, right. Like, I bet all of
I
us.
mean, but what's raw shit that you saw when you were younger? Like,
I saw fucking. What's that? The fuck where homie fucking blows his head off and fucking.
Faces of Death.
Nah, in Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, Full Metal Jacket.
I watched that when I was like 9 and shit. I saw him blow his head off. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, you feel like that desensitized you?
Yeah.
Hey, I was watching American Me like when I was like 5 or 6. That was like my
Yep.
favorite
But
movie.
Sammy, you grew up in the IE, bro. I feel like everybody watches that shit out there when they're 4. You know?
Yeah, I know, but
I watched Scarface when I was like 6.
hey, Scarface is a shit though. That's like a legendary thing though, bro.
You gotta
I'm-
watch Scarface.
I don't know, man. I feel like see, you're quicker to get desensitized these days if you're a kid growing up, bro, because you got shit that you can see online. Like the worst it got, it's like if like I got exposed to porn at a young age. So, you know, you're like, oh hell yeah, the black box. You got the fucking
Sexy time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you got
or you
channel
can wait till
79,
like you can wait
80.
till like 2:00 in the morning and watch Girls Gone Wild.
yep, you know that kind of shit. But like now, it's like they got everything, man. So like your kids could become corrupt.
whatever you
real
want.
quick. They could fucking just look up whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, straight up. That shit's crazy nowadays.
It is
Whatever,
crazy.
bro. I was fucking by 11. I was watching porn.
Wow, Sheik.
When was the first time you saw porn?
Hey, we're not
first
having
time-
this conversation, Raz, dude.
The first time I
Yeah,
saw
Raz,
porn,
dude.
Yeah.
I was probably like, I want to say I was 7.
7?
Yes.
Whoa.
Damn, bro.
What was it? Like
It wasn't by choice. My fucking, I got some fucked up ass cousins. They're like, oh yeah, watch this shit right quick, and it was some bitch getting fingered. And I was like,
Yeah,
what?
hell
I was like,
yeah.
what is this shit? But he took it off right away, just being an asshole. But
He just pretty much was like, yo, I'm going to just implement this in your mind.
Huh.
yeah,
And you were 7?
yeah, I was 7.
What,
I remember I was 7
tape?
because
VHS?
I remember I was watching the Cubs were playing earlier on WGN, and Sammy Sosa was playing.
So
I
every
was
time
7
you
years
see the
old.
That's
Cubs
how you
play.
remember it?
So I remember how old I was.
Is
at
that
the
why you
time.
hate the Cubs?
No. If anything, I would love the Cubs for that.
Man, yeah, that's fucking
He just
wild.
hates the Cubs because like Jeffro likes them.
No, hey, there's also a couple other things. What was that other shit that was trending, bro, that fucking got a lot of people pissed off? And it was like, you know how usually people do things that piss off the gays, but this time somebody that was gay did something to piss everybody
Oh,
else
Jussie
off?
Smollett,
Yeah, the dude
Yeah.
who fucking
the fucking little kid from Mighty Ducks.
was that him? The one
He was
that
the one with the fro.
yeah, the one that lied about the two fucking
Yeah.
the Nigerian dudes or whatever fucking kidnapping him and then
They
the
beat the
dudes were
shit
like,
out of
"Oh,
him,
fuck
and they're
this,
saying
we're gonna snitch
MAGA
on you."
country.
Yeah, man, that shit's fucking wild, man. Like just to make up all that shit, and then he's getting charged with some shit, right?
Yeah, for making a false fucking police report.
Yeah,
It's
you
a
can get in trouble
felony.
for that.
Well, yeah, somebody could fucking go to jail. There's a lot of people that get wrongfully convicted, and then
Yeah.
later on, you see how they fucking award them and shit.
Yeah.
Like Mad Food's getting awarded millions and millions of dollars and shit.
Like, what the fuck was going on in this fool's head to think this was a great idea? Like he would get away with some shit like this.
Yeah, I don't know. This is pretty like that. He's got to be thinking like he's living in a movie for him to think this shit was gonna work. You know what I mean? Like for him to think that like two people were gonna.
That
fuck-
or just like far off on drugs.
I mean, bro.
Yeah,
but
what kind of shit was he taking?
to have two like dudes kidnap him and say that they beat him and say, "Yo, this is MAGA country," and they fucking like
They
laugh
put
at
a
him.
rope around his ass.
Yeah, put a rope.
Bro, I've been to that part of Chicago where he lives, bro. I stayed out there for like almost a week.
Hey,
It
they're
was like
saying-
so fucking liberal out there. There's fucking gay pride
Hey,
like flags everywhere,
Hey, Larry Hoover's saying
Including
that you.
Jeffro's house.
he
including
sa-
Jeffro's house in his basement.
He's saying that you threw up the first time you watched porn.
What do you watch?
Yeah, what did you watch that made you throw up?
No, he's saying that you threw up the first time you watched porn, Shiki.
Oh no, bro, come on.
That sounds like something he probably did, man.
That's
Man,
first
yeah, but
part.
I mean, I don't
You.
really know what it could go through somebody's mind to make up some shit like that. Be like, yo, I got kidnapped by two motherfuckers, and then like, you know, he I don't know what kind of beating that was staged for him to have like a slight hit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he had
like,
that little scratch under
yeah,
his
like
eye.
fucking hit me, but not that hard. You know, like what the fuck?
He probably got hit with the glove.
And then there was that other, what was that other fucking thing that was going on this week? Trump's lawyer going up and hitting the stand. Anybody
Oh,
has
yeah.
that shit?
Yeah,
was
no, I
snitching
seen
yesterday.
that shit. That shit was crazy.
Like I didn't really catch it, but I mean,
He pretty much dropped some dimes on that fool, dog.
what on Trump?
Yeah,
On
Trump.
everything.
On everything, dog.
Damn.
Yeah, cause that fool, well, I think like Andrew like Yang or some shit like that, like fucking was pretty much like, hey, I know the inside scoop, you know, like I'm gonna start saying some shit, and that's when his lawyer's like, well, all right, fucking started dropping the dime.
So they
like, and
pretty much
everything.
put this fool on the spot so he could just sing all the dirt
Yeah.
he was told to do.
Yeah, pretty much like fucking this is pretty much like, cause all the like fucking little like fucking like countries and like fucking little like states and shit like that fucking mainly fucking voted for Trump and shit like that. Guess those were like false fucking like votes and shit like that, and they're fucking like saying some shit like that. Pretty much.
That's some real scumbag shit.
Yeah.
Like to have to like just I mean for me seeing all these politics shows.
Bro, Joe Rogan
And-
was talking
and-
about
You
it with
can't-
his lawyer like yesterday.
You can't
about
avoid
it.
politics anywhere right
Yeah,
now.
that's what I'm saying. Like politics is so like it's dark in a sense where it's like I don't really see this dude lasting any. You know what I mean? Like I don't really see him like kind of like they're not gonna let him get away with this shit. This was gonna
Nah,
be.
he's done. I
He's
mean,
gonna be Sean
he's done.
Penn. You know, like
I really
nobody,
don't see-
nobody heard anything from Sean Penn since Chapo got locked up.
I think his acting career is done after this, man.
Yeah,
Nobody's
for
gonna want
sure.
to fuck with this guy.
No one is.
Yep,
He's grimy as fuck.
straight up. Man.
Flying V.
That is fucking. That is some real shit right there. Hey, we're
Should've
gonna
did the
go ahead
flying
and
V.
we're gonna get into our first break. Gonna get into a quick video, and we have two guests today. So we have a crazy motherfucker, Cannabis Squirrel. Obviously, you might have seen him. He looks like Lloyd Christmas from Dumb and Dumber. But first, we
Little
got what is
pumpkin pie haircut freak.
Yep, he has that kind of haircut. And what is it? But first, before he comes on, we got our first guest. We got rapper Lil Mexiko coming up, and yes,
No, Mexico.
Lil
nah, it's with
Mexico.
the K, bro. With the
K, dog.
Lil
With
Mexico.
the K. Lil
Oh, so-
Mexico.
He's
Yo,
he's not a Crip.
Nah.
With the K, bro.
With the K, bro.
We're gonna go ahead and fucking have him come on right next on the We Don't Smoke the Same show after this break. So stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. And what is it? We'll respond to some of you motherfuckers in the chat room right now.
BeReal.tv.
All right, we're back here on the We Don't Smoke the Same show with our first guest of the night, fucking Lil Mexico with a K, dog. I gotta ask right away, dog. Where you coming from, bro?
Stockton, CA.
Stockton,
North
what?
City, Stockton,
Stockton.
CA, Northern California.
Damn, Stockton.
Yeah.
Same
last
place
time-
as the Diaz brothers.
Yeah, I was gonna say the last time I heard Stockton was like the
the
last
Diaz
foods that came out of
brothers.
Stockton were like those fighting foods, fucking the Diaz
Yeah,
brothers.
yeah, Nick Diaz.
the
they're
Stockton
I
slap.
know what it is. Yeah, real Stockton. They really be out there.
Yup.
Yeah.
In them trenches.
There's some real stoners too, bro. That's a
Yeah.
trip. They smoke tough. Like they'll be like, yeah, I'll take a dab. Well,
Yeah.
well, which one of them is? One of them like goes ham.
Nick Diaz.
Yeah, like he's the one that he's
Yeah,
like, yeah, I'm
yeah.
down. Fuck it, give me a full gram dab.
Yeah.
So Stockton, CA, man. You been born and raised there?
Yup.
That's a far drive too. Did you?
Yeah. 5 hours, 4.5 hours.
God
Wow.
damn,
Ain't
dog.
none.
That's a mission right there.
Yeah,
like-
hell yeah.
You got to smoke a lot on that. That's the way I measure long distance drives and shit, man.
Yeah.
Hey man, so my boy Kevin fucking shot me one of your videos, and it's like, like it's I like it when I see a lot of like new Latinos come up in the scene, because I feel like we still haven't necessarily gained our like lane in a sense. I feel
Yeah.
like we're all just kind of like we're trying to figure it out, like what pops up and shit, and like now we're kind of seeing like a lot of the lanes open up. But your video right off the bat, man, like it's it's fairly new. It's a TikTok.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
TikTok.
And it's like you got a lot of views on there, man. Like how long you been doing music for?
Man, I've been doing music. I'm 22 right now. I've been doing music since I was 14.
Yeah.
Like recording
Yeah,
studio.
recording, light work, playing with it, not too serious, just like fucking with it. Then we started doing videos with my man Stewie Films. Shout out my dog Stewie Films. Y'all go follow his. You dig? And just started messing with him recently. We just started dropping videos. We dropped 27, Bite Down, and then we dropped Stick Talk.
What was the first time you actually recorded something in the studio? You say like you were doing this since 14. Like, do you still have that shit?
Yeah.
Like you're like you're like, cause I remember
Man,
like
that shit's in the vault. It's in the archives.
like you ever listen to it? You're like, damn. I remember I thought that shit was like crazy. You like you look at it now.
Nah,
You're like,
I look at it like, man, I look at it like it's gold now.
You
Feel me? 'Cause
like-
that was that time.
that was that time where you're like, yo, I'm
Yeah.
really getting this,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
man. Like, so you've been doing it like for a minute. Like that video got a lot of views, man, and it's like, what's the meaning behind the name and shit, man? Like, it took
Lil
me
Mexico?
it took me a minute to find out, but it's
Yeah.
like I'm like, damn, there's a lot of Lil Mexicos out there,
Lil
man.
Mexico, man. It's only one Lil Mexiko. First off, SML Lil Mexiko, facts. And shit, the meaning behind it, bro, is just self-explanatory. Lil Mexiko, I feel like that's where we from, Lil Mexiko. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's Stockton.
We Mexican, bro, yeah. Stockton, you go to LA, it's Lil Mexiko. It's the trenches, bro. You go anywhere. They got Lil Mexiko, USA. That's what it is.
That's
You know what I'm saying? That's what I represent.
your parents Mexican?
Yeah.
What part?
Both Mexican. My mom's from Aguascalientes, and my dad's from Mexicali.
Mexicali?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I used to have
What's
a deal. They used to take my cousins out there and shit. They said it was hot.
Yeah. Only got mom though. Shout out my mom.
Hey.
Shout out,
my
mom.
sister. Shout out all my brothers. You know what I'm saying? That raised me.
What's you got a project that you're working on like after like you know you got TikTok out there, like is this leading up to like an upcoming project?
Yeah. Shout out my boy Cypress Moreno. We been working, cooking up.
That's a producer?
Yeah, that's my dog right here. You got that.
Like
Taking over the streets next.
that's you have like a full on album you're working on, or is it just a mixtape?
Man, we got a couple projects on the way, man. We just cooking. Y'all might get an EP. Y'all might get the full LP soon. It's nothing but bangers. Y'all gotta look out for it.
What about any like features you got coming up on that? Because I know you're like your producer. He works with a lot of people and shit. So I'm
Yeah.
like, when you got somebody that's kind of like tapped in real quick like that, it's like you kind of get the opportunity to just make that double play. Be like, hey, I got this. Do you want to listen to it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. We open the features, but really we just trying to focus on, you know, myself right now, my music.
You been doing shows?
We doing my first show tomorrow, the Rosecrans.
Stay on the road.
It's your first show ever?
Yeah, it's my first show ever. Yeah.
Damn.
You nervous about it?
Yeah, nah, I ain't nervous.
He's like, nah, I ain't nervous. I mean, not nervous like in a sense where
Yeah.
like, you know, you're like, oh man,
I'm excited about it. Yeah, I'm excited about it. Yeah, for
like,
sure.
I feel like in a sense, like, you know, because even like before like we've gotten on stage and shit like that, like
Man, I still get nervous.
you always feel that little
Yeah.
like adrenaline rush where it's like there's not no
A
it's-
good nervous.
It's
Yeah,
not
it's a good
doubt, but
nervous,
it's just
yeah.
that like, all right, here we go again. It's like that. It's like going to the top of the dip before the roller coaster, and you're like, all right, whatever, we're about to get this over with. Let's do it.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, damn. First show ever. Do you have like any?
But
surprises?
once it's done, you feel like a champ right after.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna go to Disneyland after?
Yeah. For sure.
Be like, we're gonna celebrate at Disneyland.
Mhm.
So obviously you smoke, man. You take mushrooms or something?
No, man.
What a question! What a question, dog.
I gotta ask, bro. You don't
Yeah.
never know these days, bro. Like you know,
Nah, man. Just drink a little lean.
what do you like to drink?
Anything really, bro.
Yeah, you just be.
Not anything. Nah, anything, man. It gotta be some, some real codeine.
Oh damn.
Can't be none
Slow
of
it
that
down.
green, none of that green, none of that mellow yellow.
I remember
perp.
I had a whole
Yeah,
fucking.
straight perk, straight red, straight tech.
We had a whole episode dedicated. Remember when we had Codeine Chris come up here and fucking break out what he called it, Sauceology 101? Like he just broke us down. He broke everything down to the science of the cup. I had like my 2 weeks where I like fucked around with it, but then
Yeah.
I slept for like a good 4 weeks after too. So you know it definitely took me a minute to come back. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Man, no, it's cool. You just drink a little bit, you chill out.
You
bro.
don't
Ain't nothing
drink
too
alcohol?
serious.
Nah.
Nah, I just drink lean, bro.
He's like, nah, I just drink lean.
Yeah.
Is there a certain like me? I like when shit gets mixed up, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Like that's the one thing I liked about it, where you could like
Yeah.
mix some certain
Boy,
like sodas.
I'm gonna tell you straight up, man. That McDonald's Sprite, no joke.
McDonald's Sprite.
Yeah, that's the best Sprite, bro. Got
That's what I hear.
to, bro.
I always wondered, like I was like, either like McDonald's is just there when foods decide to pour up, or
Nah, it's just better, bro. I just think it's better in general. I don't know. They do something to it to enhance it. I don't know.
You know what?
I think they do though. I think they do something like with the Coke too.
Yeah, for sure they do. Yeah.
They be tasting better, bro. I don't know.
they be adding something to it, bro. You know what I like? That
It's
fucking-
those machines. They got a certain type of syrup they
that
use.
Sonic driving
Yeah,
soda.
They add
Yeah.
more or something.
Sonic driving soda is where it's at, bro. When
Sonic Drive?
Yeah, bro. Like if you go to Sonic, they can make like pretty much any flavor,
Yeah.
and then you can just mix that shit up. You
Them
know?
slushies is where it's at. I'm
Hell
telling
yeah.
you, man, with them nerds,
Yeah, then
can't go wrong.
I don't really like about that the one with the nerds is that at the bottom, you know, and it's all done. They're all white and shit, and they're all like you don't even want to eat them and shit. They look like M&Ms without the paint.
Yeah.
It looks like you don't want that shit. You're like, man, I don't want this fucking like ugly color candy and shit.
Yeah.
What does Lil Mexico like do on his spare time, dog?
Man, chilling, man.
Or you just always in the
Kick-
studio?
Yeah, making music, man. If I'm not making music, bro,
Picking up pose.
really just making music, bro. Sipping lean, kicking shit with the gang. You know, regular shit.
What is kicking it composed of? Just everybody raps, or you just
Man, nah, man. Honestly, I'm the only one that really rap, bro.
yeah?
Yeah, we just chill.
You
bro.
feel
Just
that it's
vibe.
better that way sometimes? Because, you know, sometimes when, like, there's, like, a bunch of motherfuckers that, like, they all, like, you know, they all want to do the same thing.
Yeah.
And it's, like, I sometimes feel like if it's, like, you have, like, more than 4 people and, like, they're all in the same thing, it's like, dude, like, in a sense, you're all kind of, like, competing towards each other. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, well, yeah, I got some homies that rap. You feel me?
but, like, you know, like, at least in your crew, like you say, like, you're the only one that gets down that way.
Yeah. Well, not yeah. I got like my little homie Kelly Youngin that rap. Shout out my little bro Kelly Youngin. He be rapping and shit too. But man, we just be chilling, bro.
What do you like smoking?
That
You
shit,
can't say
whatever-
everything, dog. We're
No,
going to be
whatever,
specific.
whatever my bro be smoking. My brother Mark brought some cookies, you know.
Got
Some
cookies?
Lotto, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Got a little bit of the exotic. You know what I mean?
Okay, okay.
I feel you on that, man. Man, that Cottonmouth be kicking in, man. Hey, what about like you know when you record, do you sit obviously right? When is that point where you fucking call it quits? Because I remember when I tried doing that shit, bro.
What you mean quit?
No, I'm saying like, cause bro, like when I tried fucking rapping and going into the booth and like drinking a cup. After like maybe an hour and a half, I was like, "Hey, dude, my ambition is slow the fuck down." Like I was like, "This, I feel like I'm way off tone." Do you get that?
Nah, hell no. You just be chilling, bro. You like,
I probably
bro,
drank it too fast, huh?
Yeah, if you drink, bro, you can't be down in the lean, bro. So you're sipping lean, bro. You can't just down that shit.
I don't know. I be thirsty as fuck, man. Like when I be seeing this shit, I was like, I remember I just got the cup. I was like, "Fuck it, man."
Yeah, you just gotta drink some, bro. Don't sit down. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be doing shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be into the music.
Tomorrow for your show, do you have any like any like when you're gonna any songs that you have features on? Are you gonna have some people come up there with you, or is it just gonna be strictly you?
Strictly me.
You rehearsed?
Yeah, we rehearsed, bro.
I was like, I feel like people like I don't know, like when I've interviewed a lot of artists, I feel like they don't like to say they rehearse, but I feel like everybody kind of does if you care about the craft.
Yeah, you gotta be ready, bro.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody rehearse, bro. You just can't, you know what I'm saying, just go off the...
Because we've been to so many shows, man, and it's like the one thing that, like, I feel like even if I like somebody's songs that kind of, like, discredit it for me, like, and it was when, like, I like, because, you know, when you're backstage, you know when motherfuckers is lip syncing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, it's cool, like, even if, like, you're, you know, if you're doing some trap shit and, like, you're repeating the same thing, like, for, like, a good 16, you know what I mean? I was like, I don't think it should be that hard to, like, not actually say it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you go and, like, is this instrumental and you just do your straight bar, like, you know your shit? You know,
Yeah, I know my shit,
That's
yeah.
tight, man. I got at least give you a round of applause on that, man. I had to ask, man. Like some people that like you know they like you ever seen it when it's like when even like big artists you go up there and like it's like 20 minutes of them like dancing. I'm like, bro, like the hook is just going. I'm like, what are you doing? Like you ever seen that shit?
Yeah, I know you're talking about it.
Like I went to what is it? The first time it was like the third time I went to what is it? What was that show that I went with my boy Sammy? We went to the Shoreline show. I didn't know who was rapping, bro. There was like 200 fools on stage. Like, and I was like, nobody was rapping. Like, I was like, this shit looked like the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Like,
like
I was like, it was like Hell in the Cell up there.
It's like a Wu-Tang show.
Nah, not even, bro. These fools took like, it was like, if you had like 4 football teams up there. Like, I'm just like, yo, this shit is fucking crazy. They just throwing shit off stage and shit. You gonna be smoking while you rap up there?
Nah, probably not smoking, bro.
You gonna wait till after?
Yeah, you gotta wait
just to
till
make sure.
before or after, man.
No turning up before, no drinking,
Man, want?
no pulling up.
Yeah, might drink a little bit. Long as you can move on it, bro. Move on it and groove on it. You be straight.
After you do this show, do you plan on doing like a little like tour and shit like that? Like,
Yeah. For sure. Might gotta do a little stick talk, little tour or something.
yeah, cause you know, I mean, at the numbers you're getting on that song, man, like you got a lot of reaction on there. You know what I mean? There's a lot of
for
people
sure.
out there that like fuck with you, and it's like a lot of the comments in there. There's a lot of people from your hometown, man. I figure like when you come from like a place like Stockton, where it's like you know like everybody's like, oh shit, this person's out here doing it. Like you got. I mean, just like you have people that don't want to support you, you also got a big percentage of people like, hey, this person's repping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for surely, yeah.
What's that like? Like, do you have a lot of support back home? Like, do people are like, hey, man, like I see you. You know, you're escalating.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
this
for
is-
surely, yeah. Stockton for sure behind me. You know what I'm saying? They see me outside. I be outside, you know what I'm saying? So people see me in the
Yeah.
streets every day. Like, so that just off the strength of that, you know, you seeing someone, when you see somebody is different than, you know,
Yeah.
online, like, oh, he from Stockton. They see me at the gas station. They might see me at the store. Like, oh shit, that's Lil Mexico, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like by
So
being
they really think about it. They be like, oh shit, like, bro, I seen Lil Mexico I just seen him at the gas station.
Yeah,
he was buying chips in the water.
For
you know
sure,
what
when
I'm
you
saying?
hear,
Yeah,
like-
buying
like,
chips
bruh,
in the water. Hey, no,
really
that's like
outside, like, bro, for real. That's what I would want to see. You know what I'm saying?
When you
Yeah,
hear
that's-
rappers you
that's
like,
their neck,
and
bro. I'm-
and they're still hanging out in where they're from, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
that is some real shit, man. I've had like shit like delivered to my house like off of Uber,
Yeah.
like Uber Eats or like Postmates.
Yeah.
And I had a person that's like, hey, you're like, you know, they watched the High and Hungry show and they're like, oh, what's up? And I came out smoking a blunt, you know?
Yeah.
So I was, they,
Like,
just,
yeah,
they,
this shit is
yeah,
real,
they,
you know
they-
what
yeah,
I
they
mean?
delivered a fucking bottle of Hennessy. It was like 11:45,
Yeah.
and then homie was like, oh shit, and I just smoked out with him real quick, and they're like, yo, you're right about that, giving them that fucking. You know that
More bonus,
availability to like get to know you as an actual person. It's like, yeah, motherfucker, I use Postmates too. I ain't, you know,
Exactly,
like,
like, bruh, be at the Stockton Mall, bro. I be at the Stockton Flea Market, all that.
Stockton Flea Market. What is that?
Bruh.
Is that like the Slauson Swami
Yeah,
out here?
exactly. Yeah, so I mean, same shit. All that gangster shit. It's all the same shit, bro.
That's where everybody in Stockton got the Scarface shirts where they hit.
Yep.
At first, yeah, like, you know what I mean, like.
Dude, the Al Chapo shirt.
Yo, and then like it just evolved into other shit. You remember they started bedazzling them shirts, dog, or like,
Putting the ice on it, yep.
or they started corrupting all the characters. Like there was the Captain Crunch shirt,
The
but it was
Mickey
like Captain
Mouse,
Chronic,
yeah.
and there was like the fucking like the Cocoa Puffs, and
Yeah.
it's crazy, man. That's really just some hood shit though, man.
Yeah.
I remember going to a fucking swap meet in Hawaii, bro, and like I would have thought in Hawaii, and they had them shirts there, dog. It tripped me out. I was like, man, it's just like everywhere you go, there's always gonna be some hood motherfuckers that know, hey, some people will buy this pro club.
Yeah, for surely.
Man, that's
That shit'll never die, bro.
it won't,
I
dog.
promise you that shit won't ever die. They gonna forever sell.
What's on the wish list, bro? Like that you want to like achieve at least like for the rest of the year. Like, is there like a collab that you're like, man, I'm gonna get this shit, or like, is this like you're like, man, I'm gonna line up a tour? Like, do you got stuff set? Or you're like, fuck it, I'm in
Man,
this
so-
Pinnacles.
Yeah, for surely, bro. Main goal is getting the music out there. Plan on dropping a bunch of music, bunch of new videos, and a bunch of shows. Man, being on B-Roll TV, that's already one goal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Growing up, like, bro, seeing all the dopest interviews, that was already one goal. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of more to come though.
That's the right attitude to have towards it, man. That's like
Exactly,
you're
bro.
like, man, fuck it, we gonna just handle all this press run and just keep on doing this, man. That, you know, it's crazy. Like, I don't really think like, cause when you come do like an interview here with us, like, you know, we're constantly fucking smoking. So like when you go to another radio station that we've been there and like we like, you know, we look at it, we're like, hey, spark up that joint. We're like, hey, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like we kind of provide like a little different feel and shit, man. I was gonna say my boy Kevin was the one who put me on. I was like, how did you link up with Kevin, bro?
Oh man, Kevin, just seen it. I had like 600 followers, bro. Like TikTok only had like 50K. Kev slid in
Damn.
the DM, yeah, locked in, tapped in.
Yeah, Kev's one of those dudes that he knows where that shit's hot at, man. So I'm
Yeah,
like, he told me, he's like,
love.
check this out.
Yeah, pure love for sure.
That's fucking dope, man. I was like, is there, you say you have a lot of videos in the work. You got anything like crazy? You be seeing a lot of these videos that be coming out, like, you know how like, you know with a name like Lil Mexiko, you gonna get like a Siberian tiger in your video or some shit?
Yeah,
Like-
definitely. And we're gonna be on some Scarface shit.
Yeah, like, I'm like, man,
Tiger.
you got a name like Lil Mexico. I'm like, man.
Gotta do the Scarface scene.
So what kind of shit were you listening to, like that got you into rapping and stuff? What
me
kind of
into rapping,
influences
man.
did you have?
Favorite rapper, you know, Northern California. Stockton, we close to the Bay. Mac Dre.
Nice.
Yeah, Mac Dre, T.I.P. Johnny Cash.
That's what's
the
up.
Jacka, my top rappers. You know
R.I.P..
But we listen to everything. I listen to everything, bro.
Damn,
Listen to everything. R&B, bro.
you have like a very, like a local, like top 3. That's fucking dope. That's how you know.
Yeah, for surely, bro.
That's how, you know how like some people just like they'll just like name like some, you know, obviously like everybody can know who's great out there, but like when you can name like when you have a top 3 of like some local artists, like, you know, you're like Stockton was considered the base though, right?
Nah, it ain't the Bay.
Or what is
the Bay? It's the Valley.
It's the Valley.
Yeah, Stockton's the Valley. Stockton, it's just Stockton, the Valley.
But it's like, man, like
And
you're like,
we hour from the Bay though. You know what I'm saying? So we Bay
Yeah.
influence. We not the Bay though. We Stockton.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
but you know, you said Mac Dre.
Yeah, Mac Dre. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
Like I
so
said,
I'm-
it's only an hour. Bro.
Yeah,
You
man.
know
So
what
I'm
saying?
like,
Mac Dre raps about Stockton. He mentioned Stockton when he raps. So
man, that's that.
of course, bro. I've been listening to Mac Dre. I'm since I was like 8, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you just grow up. I had pictures of me since I was 8 with big ass Mac Dre tee.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
That's that Bay influence out there, man.
Yeah.
It's it's like Northern Cali and Southern Cali is definitely like a whole different vibe, man. I feel like a lot of people out in like Northern Cali, they have that more support your local artists feel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
out here like in like LA and shit like that. It's so like everybody kind of has the same vision, or everybody comes out here
Yeah.
to try to do it. But it's like out there, it's like when like for example like like there's a lot of people that are from the Bay. They're like, oh yeah, we knew about Burner for like a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
They're like like it's like we knew like when before he started the cookie shit.
Yeah, bro. We knew Burner for a long
So like,
time, bro.
so people out there, they're just like, yeah, like that's the reason that when people ask themselves like, oh shit, like how did he get that?
Yeah, the
kind of
Bay
loyal
Area really does stick
Yeah.
together and shit.
Like,
That's
how
for
did
sure.
he get that kind of fucking loyal support, or how did he get that kind of shit? Where it's like, fuck, well, you kind of have to be. It kind of has to be like a little Bay thing to kind of really understand it, man.
Yeah,
Or like,
yeah, dude,
or
yeah.
the Northern Cali thing, man. I do see that difference with. Why do you think that is, bro? Like, you being from up Northern Cali, like, why do you think that shift is so different?
I don't know. I can't even tell you because I don't know how it is in LA. You know what I'm saying?
But
But it's so different. Like I think in the Bay Area in the Bay Area and in like Northern California period. Like I said, bro, it is like a
It's like, man, I swear, like, people has gotten so creative with the way they spell it, man. But that little, what is it, MF? What is it?
SMF.
SMF.
yeah,
Lil-
SMF Lil Mexico.
Hell yeah,
What's
man.
that stand for? The SMF.
South Motivated Family.
Okay.
You know we got the little merch going. Y'all can hit me in the DM, bro.
Is that like the brand, the record
National,
label?
Yeah. It's not really a record label. It's like it's like a movement, you know.
Yeah.
SMF, it ain't no gang shit.
Well,
you
that's
know?
like the gang, pretty much.
Yeah,
like,
it's the gang though, but you feel me? Like no gang affiliation.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's like
Yeah,
how
we
like
making hoodies, yeah. You know what I'm saying? We trying to do collabs.
that's like how they have cookies. That's like
exactly,
yeah,
for sure, yeah.
Yeah, that's like the brand right there.
Yeah.
I was like, do you have you ever gotten around and done any producing? Like just like how like some rappers they like they'll be like, all right, let me try producing, try to understand the game. But you ever thought about like fucking around making the beats? That shit's hard, huh?
Yeah, that shit's,
Yeah, I don't. I remember.
I just focus on the rapper.
Yeah, dude. Whenever I see somebody making a
Yeah.
beat, dude, I be looking.
I want to though. Yeah, I want to.
I want to too,
Definitely.
bro. But that shit is hard. Like you know,
hard,
I'm like I don't think I have the patience to sit there and be like,
On the machine.
Yeah.
yeah, bro, with the
It's
machine.
hard, bro. You gotta have talent to do that shit. You gotta,
Yep.
Bro,
'cause,
like-
that's the main. That's the main thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yup.
You could be hard as shit, but boy, if that beat ain't hitting right, then it ain't really shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Man, that's
Facts, bro.
hey, that's some real shit out there. In case you didn't listen to what he just said right now. He said, "Look, man, you could be hot as fuck right here, man. You could be nice on the mic, but if that beat is not hitting right,
Exactly. You ain't got beats.
if you don't have that beat,
Nobody gives
Emilio,
a
I hope
fuck what
you're
you got
watching
to
the
say.
show. Please write this shit down. A-Way
Niggas
Beats.
do not want to hear that shit, bro.
Nope.
There you go. So in case next time you're wondering and you kind of doubting yourself, maybe don't be doubting yourself in regards to like the, why is the formula not working, but maybe just try working with a different producer until you find one that makes that shit hot. If you know you nice and people know you nice, you just got to find the right producer to fucking complement that shit.
Exactly, bro.
And who's your producer you work with right now?
And my dog Cypress Moreno.
Cypress Moreno.
Yeah.
And I mean, dude works with a lot of like, a lot of the people that are like doing shit right now. So
Yeah,
in case
man.
you want to check out, and he's the one who made what is it, the stick talk?
He making my next single, Make No Sense.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We shooting a video real soon. We're gonna drop it real soon. Y'all be on that lookout for that.
Send us that when you get it. We'll play it during our break.
Yeah. Yep. For surely.
Yeah, man. So in case you want to go ahead and check him out, tomorrow is his first show. Tomorrow's going down. You said where?
Rosecrans.
Rosecrans. Is that out here? Or is that?
No, it's in LA.
That's in LA. Oh, yeah. All right. So I don't. Make sure if you want to find anything specific, it's SMF Lil Mexico
Yep.
with the K. Make sure you check it out, and so all the links are gonna be at the bottom. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in on Dash Radio and tuning in on Facebook Live. You want any last shout outs?
Yeah, shout out to SMF gang. know what I'm saying? Shout out all my brothers. Y'all go follow me. Tap in, like in. Ooh.
Yo, make sure you go ahead and check his stuff out. If you can find a video Raz Dude played during the break, we're gonna get into this quick video. We're gonna take some pictures and we're gonna come up with our second guest. Man, this guy, I'm telling you, this is like what is it? Lloyd Christmas of cannabis. All right, so we're gonna come back right here on the We Don't Smoke the Same.
Don't go nowhere.
BeReal.tv.
Guest of the night. What is it? What do you call it? The cannabis squirrel?
Yeah, sure.
Man,
Squirrel Bait.
look at that. That's Squirrel Bait. That's like that voice that you said, man. That's like the first thing. 'Cause when I saw you in the first video, I remember that was like the first little intro and shit.
Yeah.
I gotta ask, man, like, what do you remember what was the first video for you, man? Like, in case you don't know, a lot of people don't really like if you have not been on Instagram and you haven't seen any of these videos, this guy does crazy shit. He's done some pretty funny shit. He's done some pretty crazy shit with a lot of other crazy motherfuckers. But where was what is it? What was the first video that you're like, oh, you know what? I can't believe this is where it's caught fire. You remember that?
Yeah. It was where I jumped off the roof, like where I jumped off the roof. And I dabbed like it just went like retarded viral. I don't know why, but
You dabbed out of a dipstick and you just jumped off the roof?
no, I dabbed dip spit.
Oh.
Like tobacco spit.
Oh.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
How long ago was that?
That was probably about almost a year and a half ago.
A year and a half ago?
Yeah.
Do you remember what that tasted like?
Nah, I don't.
No?
Nah.
You also like put mustard in your eyes, didn't you?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah,
you're
I
the
put
you're the
mustard in
first
my
you're the
eyes,
first
yeah.
one to fucking start that whole. What, like, I mean, do you still do mustard turps? Is that still your thing?
Yeah, I still do it, but it hurts my stomach a lot, so I have to take it
Oh
easy.
shit! Damn. See, this is why I wanted to have an interview with with some of the faces that do all this crazy shit, because sometimes people don't really consider like the consequences, or you don't get to hear how that shit affects you. Sometimes you said the mustard fucks with your stomach. Like, how much mustard did you have to eat or ingest for you to know, hey, my stomach's not fucking with it no more?
About a half a bottle. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
What happened? Your stomach was just burning?
Yeah, I already have bad stomach problems anyway, like acid reflux. So it
Oh,
just made
why
it,
would
like,
you even
it
put
made
yourself
it-
through that?
Yeah, it made it 10 times worse.
Wow, man, that is damn 10 times. Oh man, now how bad was that coming out?
It wasn't that bad coming out.
It was just while it was in there.
Yeah, while I was in there, it was causing a lot of pain. So.
Well, and in case you're wondering, why like the mustard kind of slowed down a little bit, like don't be fucking pushing your boy to hurt his fucking stomach, man. Sometimes people fucking they think that like you're there for them and just for them. You know what I mean? And it's like, hey, like I do this because I thought this shit was fun for me.
Yeah, I do it for the fans. So,
I was gonna say, what made you like go down this like avenue of doing these things, bro? Because like it's when I was growing up, the only kind of like things that I saw that was like this, and when we were growing up, it was Jackass, right?
Yeah.
That's the only thing that that's after that it was like Wild Boys, and then it kind of died down for a little bit.
yeah.
What was the motivation behind this, bro? Because you do some pretty gnarly shit, man. Like I don't know if I would do like even 1/3 of the shit you do, man.
Yeah, I just do it just because that's what people want to see. They just want to see people just basically hurt themselves, It's kind of dumb, but that's what they want to see.
Yeah, like see wild shit.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, man. A lot of people don't know, man. But if you're just thinking that homie's just doing shit like just for fucks and shits and giggles, and you don't have no kind of business plan, like you gotta understand there is, homie did come here with a manager. You do have a manager, so you do have some kind of management, and this is like you've turned it. You said, is it safe to say you've turned this into a career, or at least like a job for now?
Yeah, I'm turning it into a career as it goes along. So.
At what point was that the turning point for you? We were like, you know what, I can kind of live off of this. Not necessarily be like, hey, I'm gonna be going crazy, but
Probably around 70K following. So.
And that's like when you started getting deals. Like you're like,
Yeah.
man, I'm like,
Yeah.
they want me to post this shit up.
Yeah.
That's what I'm. Man, salute to that, man. I mean, how many followers you at now? 190K.
190? Wow.
Yep.
Where are you originally from?
Huntington, West Virginia.
Damn, dog, that's
Yeah.
fucking far. And you live out here now?
Yeah. Stay
All
out
right, that's
here
how
back
you know
and
you
forth.
turn that shit into a career, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you could go from West Virginia to kicking it out
Cali.
here,
Yep.
Yeah.
and it's expensive as fuck
Yeah.
to live out here, dog.
Yeah,
like,
For sure it is.
I'm like, man, that shit is expensive. Like, but it's crazy, man. Like, you could go from like L.A. and pay like 3 times the rent, and with that rent, you could go to Riverside and live like a king. you know what I'm saying? It's looking crazy, man.
Yeah. You live like
Yeah.
Logan.
Yeah, you live like Logan. Hey, what is it? What's the biggest shift change for you, man? Like, or like the biggest like awesome shit from coming to West Virginia. I mean, I know you could probably be like everything. like, like you know, what's like your favorite thing about it?
I just like the people that I meet along the way and stuff, building friendships.
Really?
and-
How long
yeah.
have you been in LA for? No,
Yeah.
no, I'm just playing. I was like,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, hold on, I'm gonna check in with you a little later.
Yeah,
But how long have you been in LA for?
Probably I've been out here like like almost a half a year, like 3 to 4 months.
Okay,
almost,
so you're
and
still
I've been
fairly new out here, man.
Yeah.
Wow, man. Damn. You got family out here, or everybody's out in West Virginia?
No, just West Virginia and other places. None in LA or California.
I gotta ask this, cause like, you know, I asked this question to all the porn stars that will come through too. Like, how your parents feel about this shit?
I don't know. They really don't say anything. You know, they just keep it to themselves and let me do my thing. So.
Like, I you know, like not in like an offensive way, but like, you know, when I think West Virginia, like I'm thinking like they're not really open to this kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they're probably like, man, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like,
They didn't like it at first, but then after they saw me like starting to get deals and make money, they just kept to themselves. So.
that's cool. At least they're being respectful about it. By the way, I see Pixy Stix in the house right here. You know what?
Yeah.
My joint was
Yeah,
running
sure.
low. That is one of our sponsors. In case you don't know that, it's Pixy Stix. Listen, man, if I'm gonna recommend to you guys any fucking backwood that it comes with the pre-roll backwood with the actual keef, and it's not no fucking old ass keef, it's these guys right here, fucking Pixy Stix. Cause like their fucking keef is actually gold. It's fresh. It tastes good. It's soft. You know what I mean? The blunt is fresh. They know what the fuck they're doing. Like, you know, and I wasn't a fan of fucking stuff that had keef on it because I feel like they diluted the shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like that's a good way for people to say, hey, I'm gonna cover up my shitty weed.
Yeah.
But when you fucking put good weed and good keef, I can see the vision where they were going with this. And
I
if you're
applaud
gonna
you.
ask about a company that does it right, I'm gonna go with Pixy Stix, man. They
Yes,
fucking- That's right. Hey, how did that come about, bro? The yes, right?
Oh, it's just something that me and my buddies have always said. Just when I say something to them, they just say, "I hear you," or "That's right."
Damn. So coming out here, man, did you smoke weed out there in West Virginia?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I smoked every day, so.
Damn, every
Yeah,
day? I was like,
yeah.
so you had a plug out there, huh?
Yeah.
He's like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. I was gonna say, so were you able to get some good weed out there?
Yeah. We basically just got a bunch of Colorado terps and
Oh,
shit
okay.
like that. So.
You've also been like, you know the crazy thing, man. Like when we were growing up and watching Jackass and stuff like that, there was a lot of people and other crews that were doing that, but because social media wasn't so relatively available, you were not able to connect with a lot of these people.
Yeah,
However, I see that you do a lot of cross promo. Like I seen you do videos with Medicated Marley.
Yeah.
I seen you do videos with Arkansas Boy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're like kind of like in an era where you can easily make connections with other people who are doing the same things. You know what I mean? Who's that fat guy you hit a lot?
Gucci Berry.
Is he from back where your home at? You know who this
yeah,
guy is, Sheik?
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah, he's just
Very.
he's fucking just a big fat dude, and he just fucking beats him up for no reason.
I've seen him. I think he does shit with Blaze too, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
he does a bunch of shit with.
Yeah, I was gonna
Blaze,
say like Blaze was the first. Blaze was the first one to come in here. Like I think B Real had like invited him, like hit him up. Remember B was like, "Yo, check this out." I think he must have been high that morning, and he was like, "Yo,
Yeah, he
check-
did the Halloween shit.
Yeah, the pumpkin. Like B was like, "Yo, check this kid out." I invited him. I was like, "Really? This came out of you?"
Yeah.
Like the idea, like because you don't see him wanting to do shit like that, but
Yeah,
that's-
he's from Michigan.
Gucci Berry's from
Yeah,
Michigan.
Yeah.
Which one was the first other person that does this kind of stuff that you do that you met? That you're like, oh shit, like, like, cause
What do you mean by that? Just
like, cause like you, like, I guess like in the influencer term, like, did you like they do kind of like crazy shit? So like, there's people like Blaze, there's Arkansas Boy, like,
Yeah.
you guys are all homies in a sense, but which one did you meet first?
Oh, I met Blaze first. Blaze was the first person I met, and then I invited Arkansas boys down to stay in with me and Blaze after me and Blaze stayed at our first Airbnb that our management team bought out and hosted. So.
That's fucking lit, man.
Yeah.
I was. How do you go about? Because one thing I wonder, man, like even as an artist, like me and Sheik are both, we rap and shit, and we do our music thing. It's hard as fuck sometimes to find a manager to manage like our shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's not too many people. How do you find a manager for like stuff that you do, man? Like how did that come about? 'Cause it's crazy, man. Like it's like a very new lane of talent, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like whether some people want to hate and talk shit about it, or whether sometimes I don't understand it, bro. I really don't. Like I'm like, dude, I really gotta fucking dab like a cup full of mustard for me to get all these fucking views. Like I'm like, yo, like.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm smoking this fucking zip I got from Jesus Christ himself with the video, and I'm getting like 300 views. I'm like, hey, it's me and God, but like, you kind of have this formula down. Like, how did you go about that, bro?
Like I said, you just gotta do stuff and like hurt yourself. That's what the people want to see. So it's just basically doing stupid stuff.
That's the
people
fucking
wanna see.
formula, dog.
Yeah, yeah.
I like your style, dude.
I kind of. I'm in shock right now, bro. I'm not gonna go down that lane. I like not being hurt. I like watching motherfuckers like you do it, and then I get to interview you, and I'm like, like for example, like I'm like, man, I'm glad I never tried that mustard challenge shit. You know what I mean? Like my stomach would have been fucked up.
Ain't
So have you
God.
ever? I mean, doing all this shit, have you ever gotten like really fucked up, like seriously injured?
I've almost like when I slid off the roof one time and like my knees came up and hit me in the neck, and I thought my insides were fucked there. They hurt for about 3 or 4 days.
Like your insides, like you felt that shit in your organs.
Yeah, I felt it in my organs. I thought something bad happened because like I came so high up and hit myself in the like.
Was that enough for you, like for you to say I'm not jumping off a roof no more?
No, I did it a couple more times. So.
Is there anything that you've ever had to draw the line and said I'm not gonna do this shit, dude?
No.
Really?
No.
Hey, well, we actually have a challenge over here at B-Roll TV. It's the bong water challenge. I don't know what would your manager think about you doing the bong water challenge?
Oh man.
I don't know how he's gonna like that on the ride home.
Yeah, dude, you don't want to throw it up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Razzie, you can't just like. He's like, yo, if they do crazy shit, he's like, I'm gonna start this bong water challenge. I'm like, this is like, they're not all gonna come in here and like, we're gonna have an obstacle course, Raz, But I mean, like, that's probably one of the like least things that you've done, you know what I mean? Like, cause you've done more extreme shit, man.
Yeah.
Like, but I mean, I don't know, man. I just watching when people like, what is the homie? Yeah, they came by last weekend. One of them fucking did it and got all these rat traps on his titties and shit. And like, well, remember he was at the rat traps and he drank not of a regular bong, off a zong, dude.
Yeah, Drew Brown.
Oh, they're fucking wild, man.
There's a lot of water in that.
You know what's cool, man? Like you have that on it. You have this like on and off switch, man. Like when you do like when you what's that thing you say? Like yes, right? Say
Yeah.
it. You say it.
Yeah, sure.
Like is that like that? That, I would say that's like your ad lib and shit.
Yeah, that's my fucking.
Just you being from West Virginia, is there shit that you miss doing that you couldn't do out there, bro? You're like, man, what the fuck? There's no horses here.
Yeah.
Like,
I just miss fucking dipping snuff and going out there and getting wild out in the backwoods.
yeah, you can't have no fucking backwoods out here, dog.
Yeah.
If you want a backyard, it's like the rent goes up 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Straight up. Like the bigger the backyard you want, it's like a G more.
Yeah.
Is there, there's a lot of these people that do like a lot of these influencer stuff and these videos and they go viral. And they do it in different ways. There's that guy who fucking, like, I used to start by playing violins, but now it's just titties and violins. You know what I mean? Like, what's the next level for you? Like, you know what I mean? Like, where do you plan to take it? Like, are you going to start reaching out to some of these, like, like, I don't know, people that are not in the crazy lane and be like, you know what? What's up? Let's do a video.
I just plan to keep doing what I'm doing and stay myself, so everyone still likes me and not change up on anyone. So.
Hell yeah, that's the right mentality to have, man.
Yep.
You know what? You're a very chill motherfucker compared to like how you are in the videos, dog.
Yeah.
Like, like, cause we see don't you think that Sheik? Like,
Yeah, he's very, kick back and
yeah,
relaxed.
you're very kick back. You seem to like be very like when you came in here, you had a heady rig.
Yeah.
It wasn't just this is regular rig. Like you're taking care of this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like an on and off thing, man. And then what was the one thing that I said it off air and I wanted to say? Do people call you fucking Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber sometimes with the haircut?
Yeah.
They fucking call you Lloyd.
Yeah.
I was wondering. I was like, man, I wonder if anybody's ever said it.
I get that a lot.
Are you changing up? Are you changing up the hairstyle now?
No, I still got the bowl cut.
Damn.
I like it a lot.
Hey, is that like you just cut that shit your own?
Oh yeah, I cut it myself.
What's the story with the shirt, bro?
The shirt.
Where'd that come from?
I just found my original one in the attic, but I lost it, so like I had to get this one. I don't know where this one came from. I just got it offline. So.
And original, you found the original one in the attic.
Yeah, it was my pet balls. It was like one from like the 80s or something. It didn't have no stars or anything on it.
Damn, it didn't have no stars. It just had the stripe.
Yeah,
That's
just
very
had the
West
stars.
Virginia-ish,
Yeah.
He's like, damn, you lost the classic, dog. That's so that the first one was a family heirloom in a sense.
What is it?
The first one was like a family heirloom. Somebody.
Yeah.
How did you get the second one? Fucking you typed in button up flag.
Yeah.
Oh man. I always wondered. I'm like, what's the deal with the shirt, man? Have you gotten to meet some people that you thought you're like, holy shit, like I met fucking 2 Chainz or some shit like that, like
Nah.
because of the shit you've done?
I was just like, holy fuck, I met E-Zone earlier.
Hey man,
excited.
appreciate that, man. Hey man, ever since I saw you at one of the events and you came by and you know what I mean, and you know I got to meet you, I was like, hey, this fool's not always on crazy mode, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like,
Back at Kush
do you
Stop.
feel that people have that misconception when they see you do crazy shit? Like they just come at you like, hey, do this, do that.
Yeah, that's how they come at me usually. I just don't know how to react to it.
Like
you know?
Roz dude just did.
Yeah, Raz dude. Fucking asshole.
What do you want?
I was like, how do you like? Is it hard dealing with it in a sense? Cause like I would feel like that's kind of like somebody coming up to like B-Real or G doing his ad libs, you know, or like you know what I mean, or just like saying his bars.
Some people.
Yeah, like saying some shit like that, or like green thumb, or you know what I mean, like it like do you think it's easy dealing with it as long as you have weed?
Yeah, as long as I have weed, I just usually say, yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's right, man.
Yeah.
Hey man, that's cool, man. What do you like doing? Like, what's the squirrel like behind the squirrel, dog? Like, you know, with no mustard. You know what I mean?
I just like chilling out in sessions. So.
Just session.
Yeah, that's basically what
I saw
do
you
all
had
day.
like a really nice glass piece. You gotten into the glass collecting?
I'm not really into it. I just get some pieces that I like and some artists that I like to support. So.
Okay, so you got you're finding your own. You have your own little, list of people that you fuck with, but you're still like keeping it like heady and shit.
Yeah.
That's in tune,
For
man.
sure.
That's tight as fuck, man.
Yeah.
Is there like any like are you gonna start producing these shirts and putting your scroll on it? Like what do you think if you made these shirts there would be some fools that would buy it and wear it?
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to drop some merchandise soon, so I'm just working on it right now, but I'm getting ready to drop some. Because
that's kind of like your look is very you can spot it's spot on, bro. Like I feel like if you would have been like around in like while King of the Hill was being written, like you could have been written on into one of those episodes, bro. Like like Bobby's like terrible influence friend.
Yeah.
And like Hank doesn't like you,
Yeah.
like because it'd be like one of those episodes, man.
God damn it, Squirrel Bait.
Yeah. Be like, yo, man, I don't like these new neighbors.
Using all the propane, he's in there.
Yeah, dude, some
God
shit like
damn
that. Man, that is when you go back home, like is it like or have you gone back home ever since you moved out?
Yeah.
So like do people show you a lot of love when you get back home? Like,
just not really, just the same. Really, I'm just the same person. So.
I mean, you could I see you keeping it. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, you're a very like chill motherfucker. Like, despite the fact you're like, hey, this is just what I like doing. But like, cause I imagine like, is it a small town you come from?
Yeah.
I imagine the smaller the town is, man. Like, the more people are like, hey, like you're back, and it's such and such. Like, do people really get you that support? They're like, yo, like.
They just kind of try to suck your dick, kind of. But I don't got nothing to give.
Okay?
So.
Man, that's the most realest fucking answer. That's why you laugh, huh, shit? Because that's some shit you would say.
I mean, if it ever came down to it, I'm sure that's what would happen to us.
Man, that is as raw as it can get, man. What do you like smoking, dog? Like, what do you like?
Just any like older OG cuts, just.
That you're an OG, like
Yeah.
I got a cut that I definitely want you to smoke.
Hell
Like
yeah.
it's a shit called Insane OG, and I know if I tell if Sensei's still around, trust me, this shit is like it's that shit. Be real, puts his fucking face on.
Yeah.
I personally I didn't really like OGs when I came in here. Like I like sativas and flavors, and I remember B was just like, yo, it's gonna happen to you, bro. You're gonna fucking become a snob, and you're gonna fucking like this OG, and that's all you're gonna want. And sure enough, man, 5 years after that, I can appreciate the fuck out of an OG. And the fact that you said, hey, you like the older OG cuts, I'm like, you'll appreciate this one.
Yeah.
And what about dabbing wise? Is OGs too?
Yeah. I saw you dabbing some laser cat the other day.
Yeah, dude. That shit,
Yeah,
when I had it, like, it's like kind of like buying, like, you're like, man, I don't know, man, if I want to spend that much on that a gram like that, but you're like, that shit's good.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah,
have
you're
it,
like,
you
that
just-
shit's good. It's like
Yeah.
buying the expensive bottle of Hennessy on your birthday.
Yeah.
You drink?
Yeah.
What do you like drinking?
I like Modelo.
Damn,
Yeah.
Modelo, hell yeah.
Yeah. Yes, right?
Tall cans?
Yeah.
What's up?
Just a Modelo regular or a Modelo Negro too?
Just Modelo regular.
You like micheladas?
Huh?
You ever had a michelada?
Nah,
damn.
nah.
I was like, you never had that? What
Is that
kind
like
of
the
food you
tomato drink or whatever? Like,
Well, it's kind of, you know how like they
tomato-
have what's the white version of it? The Bloody Mary.
Yeah,
but like like Mexican version of it, dog. It's like they fucking put like it's the same thing, but it just tastes way different.
Yeah.
It's fucking. Do you like Mexican food?
Yeah, I like Mexican
Will
food.
you eat some ceviche and shit?
Yeah.
You probably if you have ceviche and you order a michelada and if you had a Bloody Mary before, you can definitely fucking.
Yeah. I really don't like Bloody Marys as much. So.
Yeah, I don't either, but like
Yeah.
I didn't think about the idea was good until somebody was like, "Wait till you have a michelada," and I was like, "All right, this is the shit."
Yeah.
Because that's like it's more of a. You ever bought those fruit bags from like the people in the street?
Yeah.
And you know how the juice is like that? It's like that kind of combination of juice with a Modelo.
Yeah.
And it's so fucking bomb.
Hell yeah.
What do you like eating, bro? Like since you've been out here, I bet like that you were limited out here in out there in West Virginia, but like out here, like you get like a little bit of everything because there's like everybody lives out here.
Yeah. I just really like eating mustard stuff.
It's just like eating mustard
Yeah.
stuff. I'm like, what the fuck do your sandwiches look like, bro? This was just like fucking mustard sandwiches.
Yeah.
Man,
No
that's
bread, just mustard.
fucking acid reflex over here, man.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild, man. Hey, man, you've been a chill ass motherfucker coming up in here and talking with us, man. Like,
Hell yeah, always.
smoking OGs, like that's your favorite strain. I was like, you haven't really. You said you haven't been injured that bad, right? In those
No,
stunts?
not real bad.
Damn, man.
Not
And
too
you
bad.
said there's nothing that you haven't turned down yet, right? You're like, fuck it, I'm not gonna. do
No,
that.
I haven't turned anything.
Who comes
down.
up with these ideas?
I come up with a lot of my ideas on my page. So.
Yeah,
I just
like-
come up on set, like when I show up, I just try to come up with an idea then and there. So.
So you don't have the shit premeditated. You just
No,
like you just
no,
show up and you're like,
yeah.
all right, I'm doing this.
Yeah, I try to plan something quick with what I got on set there. So.
I was like, is there places that you've gotten kicked out of?
No, I don't.
No,
I
really?
haven't got kicked out anywhere. So.
Like you try to film in Target and they're like, hey, dude, you get the fuck
No,
out of here, bro.
no, not that I remember. I remember I was walking out of Walmart though, and some guy pointed at me and said, "Some thieves trying to steal mustard." Because I bought a bunch of mustard. He was just like, "There's a dumb kid trying to steal a bunch of mustard." He was like freaking out.
Is a dumb kid trying to steal some mustard, man? Man, that's fucking dope, man. Is there what's the best perk you've gotten like? I feel like turning this into like a career. You're like, oh man, like I've gotten to try many different weeds, or like, oh shit, I got this dope glass piece, or like,
All the bitches hitting the DMs.
damn,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Yeah, if you have the K behind your name, you can get all the bitches hitting you in the DMs. So, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
Yes, right?
I dig the honesty.
He does not lie on this.
Yes.
He really does not. Believe me. That's the reason we take pictures with our guests. I was like, we flex on the gram too, all right?
You can't.
Hey, man. Well, if they want to go ahead and check you out and follow you, man, where can they go ahead and check out all your videos? You have a website. Shout it out.
At the Cannabis Squirrel, and my YouTube link is in my bio. Yes, right?
Make sure you check this guy's videos. Make sure you subscribe to his YouTube because you know what? That's really like subscribing to your favorite channel in a sense. And Shiki, you got any last shout outs before we get into the closeout by DJ C Roc?
Man, just shout out to everyone that's in the chat room right now, probably talking shit about the whole show.
I know.
Shout out to all you guys. Thank you guys for watching. And we'll be back next week, man.
Yeah, we will be back next week. I want to thank our sponsors for making this show possible. Shout out to Bzzt Collective.
That's right.
I want to also shout out Tropicali Grown CBD. Any fucking kind of CBD you need, just test it. It's available at some CVS's and some of your major retail stores and some of your fucking legal dispensaries. Make sure you check them out. Also, check out fucking, Pixy Stix. Pixy Stix. I just smoked one of them, so that's how you know they fucking work. Fucking, they got good keef on there. They got a good fucking pre-roll backwood and a good pre-roll joint. It's some real quality shit going in there. Make sure you check out Pixy Stix and Lucky Carts. Make sure you check out Lucky Carts, too.